Hey, hey man, over here. This way, over here. Hey, Chubby, come over here.
No, no more.
Hey, come on, man, what's the worst that could happen? So, what's with the box, man? Hey, what are you doing? I don't need to be in the box. Hey, man, go put me in this box. Dude, I don't want to be in the box. Totally unacceptable, dude. I really am not happy.
Done.
This is total and complete bullshit.
What's up, geeks? Welcome to the Smuggler's Room. I'm Brian Thompson, and today we're on part 3 of our custom Han Solo DL44 blaster build. Today we're going to do all the weathering and painting and final touches on this prop, and then we're going to call it done. So let's get after it. For the final steps of our assembly of this project, we're going to start off by creating a chipping effect using a masking technique. We'll spray paint a base color down onto the blaster, and then we'll start masking off specific areas of the blaster as well as airbrush the flash hider. We'll do our final assembly and add any details that are missing, and then we're going to do the weathering and sealing of the prop to protect our paint job. Okay, so the next part of this is probably my favorite part of the whole build, and that's weathering. So what we're after is the weathering, the chipping, if you will, on all these areas where you see the silver showing through. But what we did was we did a little bit of a reveal where it's chipping away. This effect is really cool, but it also can be easily overdone. But I want to show you how this is accomplished, so let's do that. So now what we're going to do is we need to apply a mask agent on the silver. There's a few different ways you can do this. The first that I've used in the past is rubber cement, just cheap Elmer's rubber cement. All you do is you take it out and you kind of dab it along the edges of where you want the chipping to occur, okay? A couple bucks for a jar. You can also use mustard. No joke, absolutely you can use condiments for this. The best product I've found is liquid latex. Here's the deal, right? You have super cheap, a little more expensive, and then a lot more expensive. When you use the mustard, it's mustard, okay? So I don't know what else to say about that. The rubber cement doesn't peel away as easy. I've noticed that it kind of smudges. You still get a really good effect. This one was actually done with the rubber cement, but it doesn't come away as easily as I'd like. Mustard comes away pretty easy, but again, mustard. But the liquid latex, it applies the best and it comes off the best. So anyway, these are the choices you have. Let's apply it. Okay, so we've added that kind of sparingly. I don't want to overdo it this time, but we need to let it dry and completely set up, and then we'll give this its first layer of paint. And then once we get the scope mount and everything else on it, or decide what we're going to do with colors, then we can do all the painting and then peel away those sections before we do any more weathering. So that's it for right now on this. Let's let it dry. Alright, so went ahead and sprayed the majority of the blaster. We used this Rust-Oleum hammered spray paint. I like this spray paint because I like the texture that hammered spray gives you. This is just the base coat. We're going to go ahead and do some of the weathering on there. But for this part, let's go ahead and pull apart and do the reveal on that liquid latex application. So it's simple enough just to take your hand and just wipe away, and you can see here that it comes off really easy. And you can just kind of grab it with your finger. And you can go ahead and just kind of find all the locations where you had it and start peeling it away. You can see the areas you applied it because they get kind of a gooey, bumpy look on them. And then once you start peeling it with your finger here, you reveal that silver look underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and peel all of that latex off, and let's see what we end up with. Now, for our scope mount, we didn't apply any latex to this. The reason being is underneath this paint is the aluminum. It's easy enough to just take your finger and just slightly scratch the surface, or the edges I should say, with your fingernail, and then you'll get kind of that reveal there, right? From taking away the paint on the edge. There you have it. It's probably weathered, scratched up enough, and you get kind of the effect, and it's ready to be attached to the blaster. Now, we're getting close to the finish line. Next, we need to mask off most of the gun, paint the handle, and also paint the flash unit at the front here. I use a couple of different types of masking tape, whatever really works for you. And I use a razor blade, a pair of scissors, and then I found that clay modeling tools work really well to use the ends to get in tight against certain surfaces so that the masking tape gets really applied. The big key here is take your time, mask it off really well. That way you get nice crisp lines around all your paint. So let's go ahead and mask. I will say, ideally, it would have been great to paint that before I attached it. So when you do this, make sure you paint before you put it on. Okay, my friends, we are on the last step in this project. So, last step is we want to do a little weathering on this. We've got the paint chipping going on here with the silver exposed, but I want to do a little bit of grime. I'm going to use a combination of burnt sienna and a little ivory black, a lot of water. These are latex. I prefer to use oils. I don't have any oils with me today. These will work. The oils just tend to have a little better viscosity, I guess. They wipe really well, but we can still achieve it this way, and you can still get the same technique and understanding of how to do it. So we're going to use a cheap brush, plenty of water, like I said, and let's get some paint mixed. the last little element I want to add is just a little bit of gold or copper to the top of this scope. I want to point out a couple of things I did off camera, which is I added a scope adjustment here at the top. All it was just another little Allen bolt with a little piece of a camera part, again, that I had laying around, and a washer. And then I also added, for interest on the front, a little emitter, if you will. Mostly I did that because the resin cast for this blaster in particular, the inside of that muzzle was kind of mangled a little bit, and this helped cover that up, and it looks kind of cool. All right, so we want to go ahead and just add a little bit of this copper color. Actually, this is straight up gold, to the outside edge of the scope here. The last step you want to do before calling it done is you want to take a can of sealer and spray it across the entire blaster. And what that's going to do is it's going to protect the paint job. So whether you're painting a space gun or you're painting something else, make sure you seal it after you're done and then let that fully dry. Once that's completely dry, it should protect all of the weathering and all the other paint work that you've done on it. So let's go ahead and spray that up, and then as soon as we're done spraying it, we'll take a look at this thing. Okay, geeks, that's the build. We completed the Han Solo custom DL44 blaster. Let's have a better look at it. Not too bad for a non-screen accurate DL44, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but it still doesn't work.
Okay, geeks, that's our build. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope you enjoyed the entire project. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time when we continue to build something out of nothing.
Then he caught me monologuing, and you know where that went.